Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's RageCrafter here with another LEGO review video. Today we're going to be looking at the X-Wing Starfighter set 75218 with 730 pieces, retailing in the US for $80. Released in 2018 but is now retired as of this recording. Due to this set no longer being available in retail stores, you can find it on places like eBay, which I found for around $150 to $170. So if you're interested in getting a set like this, then you'll have to check that out for yourself. But if you'd like to find that isn't as expensive but is more available to this year, a new X-Wing has been released by LEGO, and I'll try to put a picture of it here in this corner of the screen. It retails for $50 in the United States. However, right now it is currently unavailable on lego.com, so you may want to go to other retailers such as Walmart, Target, or Amazon. Without further ado, let's get into this review. The first figure we will be taking a look at in this review is the one and only, you'll never forget his name, Luke Skywalker. Now, he is one of the two fighter pilots that is included with this set. On the front, you can see he has some nice printing on his torso that shows some kind of like breathing apparatus, or yeah, something like that, with the tubes running down to his legs, which also shows some nice details. Looks like there's like some pockets and some other looks like ammo or something strapped around his left leg. But then on the back, he has some nice kind of like white armor printing, which is nice. Then on his helmet, as you can see, it has all these nice emblems that are clearly printed, and they're a very high quality, and I just appreciate all the little details added to make this figure look very nice. Now, one thing that's unique about the set is that the helmets are dual molded. So they have this visor piece, which is orange, and then that's almost like inserted into the white helmet. Now, this style of helmet has only been used in this set and hasn't returned since the release of this X-Wing fighter or of any other starship. So it's quite interesting how they're able to take that and make it more unique. A lot of fans have complained about this type of helmet, that it's too bulky, which I can honestly agree with that. Like, it looks a little too big. Most likely, fans have complained because they're just used to the other smaller looking helmets. But at first, when I got this set, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought it was, something new. Something, fresh brought to the table, which I find most intriguing. But on other terms, this figure does include a lightsaber, because he is a Jedi after all, and his trusty blaster, which you can never forget. But on that note, let's move on to the next figure. Now we have Biggs Darklighter. He is the second pilot included in this set. I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be Luke Skywalker's best friend, or I think from episode 4, or yeah, episode 4. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But his helmet is also pretty unique. It has this nice checkered design across, which I do like a lot. And then it's got a similar printing as Luke Skywalker's outfits. He has a blaster, but no lightsaber, of course. And oh wait, actually, I didn't show you, but so he has two different faces. So one here that's a little more like battle ready and like eager, and the other one's more calm and just relaxed. Here we have the one and only, you know his name already, R2-D2, one of the two astromech droids that are included with this set. He's got some nice detailed printing on the front, on his body and his head, which does fully represents what he looks like in the movies, as well as around the entire circumference of this dome. He's got different like, stripes and whatnot. But he's your run-of-the-mill R2-D2, you know, nothing different about him, but just it would only make sense to include just a brief overview of his details. This is the fourth and final figure included in the set. This is the Astromech Droid R2-Q2, which is very similar to R2-D2, except he's all silver, of course. And it seems he's got some little like red and blue marks there, which is also nice. And then got some like black panel detailings, and all around his dome he's got some like this white stripe. All these little details in there that really make this figure stand out. And I do very much appreciate that he's included in the set, because I would have never expected anything like this from LEGO, especially from an Astromech Droid, since we've gotten very similar ones in the past. But this does give a little bit more diversity with their lineup. Here comes the part where we'll be going over all the little details and design aspects of the X-Wing Starfighter build. Let's get started at the front of the nose, which does use these nice, almost like conic pieces, cone-shaped pieces that really like make it look more sharp, you know. See, check that out. Oh, I added this sticker because why not, you know, just for kicks. But just for all intents and purposes, that sticker is not included, so don't think that when you buy it you're gonna receive that. Here on the top of the nose we have some yellow stripes that seem to be almost have some like damage details, which I do like, you know. And also we have some white stripes across. Of course, those are looking nice. Let's see, this canopy here uses this almost like, I forgot what color this is, but it's like a bluish gray kind of color for the like edges of it, and it does resemble the actual shape of the real X-Wing Starfighter, so that's cool. And then let's take a look at the wings. They do seem evenly proportioned to the fuselage, which I do appreciate a lot. And they even included these little panel detailings with scratches, you know, and whatnot. And even some of these pieces, these tiles, you know, they're mismatched, so it almost gives it like almost like a rustic road like, you know. And here it's got the 5 stripes for Red 5, because that's I think like the X-Wing that was assigned to Luke Skywalker. As well as on the other side, you find similar details on the wing. Now, in terms of the cannons or blasters, whatever you want to call them, I liked how they used this piece right here that does have some like indentations in it on this like rim piece that really make it stand out. So I also like that. I liked how the LEGO team were able to almost merge the the play feature with the design, so it doesn't really interfere with the whole displayability aspect. Because this is very accurate to the real thing. Like this is almost as close as buying a Bandai, you know, X-Wing model kit and building it. Like, it's just that accurate, and I didn't even think about that at the time when I received it, but now thinking back on it, it really does stand out compared to other X-Wing models. So we could talk about here how in the center they're able to have this little, like, I guess, just able to include this like whole piece or whatever that's like supposed to be there, which I'm not really sure what it is, but but I like how they're able to capture that, and you know, as I said before, like combine the play feature with the design, so then it all works together in harmony. Here on the back we have some nice little like pistols and these little these like plates that fold as for detail, which I think that actually looks very right to me. I like it. Good job, Lego. And here we have the engines, which they were able to use these like semicircle pieces to make them round like that, and then these barrels and this piece here to get the exhaust. And it's it's good that they were able to use these purple or pink transparent pieces as the thrust, so as you're flying it around, and it looks a lot better, you know. Let's see, we also take a look at the intakes. Yeah, that's looking cool as well. They use these like pickaxe pieces, to better secure it to the rest of the model. So I like that as well. And they also have a spot here for your astromech droid. So it's exactly the right dimensions to fit in order for it to look better on display. Now let's move on to the next section of this review. Now that we've talked about the design aspect of this model, let's talk about all the play features that are included in the set. So the first we could talk about is the canopy being able to open. You can fit one minifigure inside. Here you have a black default chair and a fire extinguisher, I guess in case, you know, you're in a crash and your engine's on fire, you could put out the flames. So here I'll just display you putting a figure in. So you have Luke Skywalker or Biggs Darklighter. There's also a printed paneled piece in there. I'm not sure if you could see it, but it's there. That's also nice. You can close up the canopy and be ready for liftoff, I guess, whatever you want to call it. On the bottom there is landing gear, which you can open and close. I'll try to do it at this angle. I should probably put down the camera. So just like this, you can lift it up, and then there are these Technic pieces that are used to move the legs of the landing gear into place like this. So you can have it closed like that and fly it around, and then when you're ready to land, you can open it back up like this. There you go. Just set it down nicely. The next play feature I'd like to discuss relates to the astromech droid. You can place him inside this designated section, and it doesn't stick out too much from the top of, you know, the top of the set. So it doesn't look as awkward as the most recent X-Wing, where it sticks out like I think like 1 or 2 studs higher. But I mean, it's more on preference, like for displayability and all that. Another play feature of this set is the ability to open up the wings, because it's obviously called X-Wing, so the wings can open in the shape of an X. There you go. So how this actually works is there's a lever right here, so there's this tan piece. You push it, and then, I don't know if you can see it here, but here, let me try to play with the lighting. So right here, there's this gray little like structure that is built in here, and that will turn when you flick the lever. So you see it moves, and then the wings will close. So the resistance of these rubber bands are what help create this motion. So when you're ready to land your X-Wing, there are these pieces that stick out from underneath, and those are put there so then when you like put a little force against the ground, then the wings will close and you'll be all set. Now the last play feature I'd like to talk about would be the springly loaded shooters, which are red right here. They're transparent. So if you don't know how those work, pretty much just press down on the end of them and they shoot. So there are actually 4 included on the model, like that. I just fired them at the chair over there, so I can pick them back up. But just be careful when shooting them, because you might lose them like I do. JK. No. Let's see. You can also shoot these little, these built-in stud shooters. You can fire them like that just by pressing down on this this notch. There's one on the other side as well, like that. I'll have to go search for them after I'm done with recording. But yeah, without further ado, let's move on. Now, although this Lego set does seem to have all the perks and little trinkets that come along with it, there are still a few flaws that I'd like to bring up. So the first one would be storing your weapons. So here you have your lightsaber and your blaster, but you don't really have anywhere to put them. Well, I thought you could take one of these clip pieces and just put them on the wing or wherever. You know, you can have them here, you can have them on the nose. I don't know. I usually put them on the wing. I took them off just for this video, but you can put them on like that, and then just clip your blaster or lightsaber on there, so then you can carry it with you when you're flying around. The second flaw I'd like to go over is these rubber bands. Like, although they do allow for the moving of the wings, I don't know if you can see those. I'll go to the back side here. So although these rubber bands do allow for the movement of the wings, they do tend to wear out after maybe like 2 or 3 years, I don't know. But that can be annoying to replace because, you know, you don't know where to find them. So actually that problem has been fixed by this year's X-Wing. The one that's been released that I showed at the beginning of the video. It doesn't use the rubber bands like this one. Instead, it uses a different kind of like, it's almost like a block kind of piston, you know, mechanism that will push the wings open instead of almost like turning them open. So that's one advantage to buying the newer one. But honestly, for me, in my opinion, I like this one more because it looks better on display. You know, it's more accurate. I think this is a very great set, and if you're interested in buying it, I think at the end of the day, it might be worth the $150. Like, if you're really into it, like you just have to have this set, then sure, why not? You know, if you got the money, and let bygones be bygones. I'm very impressed with the quality of the parts and how they all fit together. It's very strong, you know. See, I can hold it by the nose, and see it won't break apart. It's a very strong connection made there. I love the techniques used, which give it that strong structure, as well as it being very swooshable. You can pick it up, move it around, you can even shake it like that. You see, none of the parts budge, so that's always great for kids because, you know, they don't want it to break or anything. So I'd want to give this Lego set a solid 9 out of 10 stars for its minifigures, its design quality, the structure, all of that. So thank you so much for joining me in this Lego review. Make sure to click like and subscribe if you're new. And if you want more videos like these, then make sure to comment down below more Lego sets. I've had a great time reviewing and making this video, so I hope that you also have enjoyed the experience. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!